Welcome back, everyone. Today's topic is something that's stirred up a lot of debate in the gaming world. NBA 2K25, specifically the growing frustration with its VC system and microtransactions.
Oh, absolutely. NBA 2K25 has really pushed the boundaries of what people are willing to tolerate. I mean, calling it a money pit isn't even an exaggeration at this point. It's like they've turned the game into a business model that preys on addiction.
Right, and the crazy thing is, it's not just hardcore gamers who fall into this trap. Casual players, kids, anybody can get caught up in these microtransactions. The temptation to buy VC for upgrades or cosmetics is everywhere in the game.
Exactly. And the way they implement it is really clever. Well, manipulative might be the better word. They make grinding feel so tedious that paying for VC starts to feel like the only realistic option if you want to stay competitive. But isn't that kind of insane?
Completely. What's worse is how much money people can end up spending without realizing it. I've seen stories of players dropping hundreds, even thousands of dollars over a few months. That's not just a game anymore. It's a financial sinkhole.
And let's talk about the bigger picture here. Should we even be supporting games that operate this way? The way I see it, the only way to make developers change is by voting with our wallets. Just stop paying for these services altogether.
True, but that's easier said than done. NBA 2K essentially has a monopoly on basketball games right now. There's no real competition, so if you love basketball and gaming, you're kinda stuck with them. It's not like the old days, you know?
Oh, I miss the old days. Remember when sports games were more about fun and creativity than squeezing every last dollar out of the player? I'm talking about NBA Live, or even the older 2K games, before microtransactions really took over.
Totally. Back then, you'd buy the game, maybe unlock some cool stuff by playing, and that was it. Now, it feels like everything is locked behind a paywall. And the saddest part? Those older games were arguably just as good, if not better, than what we have now.
That's the biggest irony, isn't it? For all the flashy graphics and new features, NBA 2K25 doesn't even hold a candle to the gameplay experience we had growing up. They focused so much on monetization that they've forgotten what made these games great in the first place.
That's a great point. It's almost like the quality of the game has taken a back seat to the profit margins. And unless there's some real competition, like another developer stepping in with a rival basketball game, I don't see this changing anytime soon.
Yeah, competition could shake things up in a big way. But the sad reality is, most developers seem hesitant to challenge 2K. Maybe it's the resources needed, or maybe they're afraid their game won't sell. Either way, we're stuck in this weird cycle.
And that's why it's up to the players to demand better. If we keep buying these games, we're basically telling 2K that this business model works. It's like saying, hey, keep doing what you're doing. But if enough people push back, they'll be forced to listen.
Agreed. It's all about accountability. Gamers have more power than they realize, but we've got to use it wisely. Imagine a world where developers focused on creating engaging, high-quality games instead of just finding new ways to monetize every feature.
That would be amazing. But until then, I think it's important to keep these conversations going. If we keep talking about the issues, if we keep raising awareness, maybe we can inspire some change, both within the community and the industry.
Absolutely. And hey, for anyone listening, think twice before you buy into these microtransactions. Is that virtual jersey or player upgrade really worth it? Or are you just feeding into a system that's making gaming less fun for everyone?
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's all the time we've got today, but we'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you frustrated with NBA 2K25, or do you think it's just the way gaming is headed? Let us know.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, keep gaming smart, not just spending smart. See ya!